Park. It's 9718 Orange Road. You can also get a hold of us at 780-416-4435 or on our website, www.meikasbirdhouse.com.
Hi, I'm Janine, and this is Ian, and we're the owners of Meika's Birdhouse.
How you guys doing? How are you doing? Go back in. What are you doing? Don't like it out here? Last time you were making cat sounds and everything. Hello. Hello. Are you a little nerved out, buddy? A little nerved out? shorts in here?
I know. You want it now? Has Ross come in?
Yeah.
No, no, she's been here this week, or last week, she came in 3 days in a row. Hello? Hello? Do they have their paperwork for Gaia? Okay.
This is the lifetime pellets from Hagen, or HARI, which is the HARI is the Hagen Agricultural Research Institute. These are probably one of my favorite pellets on the market, just simply because they have one of the best quality control programs that I know of, and we've seen them firsthand. Each batch of this pellet has been tested, all recorded with the batch number and the lot number. If you ever find anything wrong with this pellet, you can get a hold of Hagen, the Hagen Research Institute, and they can tell you everything about this product. It's made in Canada, so it's a Canadian product, and a really, really good top-of-the-line bird food. This one, and all these pellets, I should say, basically have the same nutritional value. This is a pellet out of the States called Rowdy Bush. This is another fairly popular pellet. It is made differently than some of the other products. It's a little bit softer. So some birds that have trouble transferring from a seed diet onto a pelletized diet, Rowdy Bush might be a reasonable way for you to go, just simply because it's easy for them to eat, and it's readily available for them, and I think it has maybe it might taste a little bit better than some of the dry ones. This pellet is the one that people get very big about. This is a really top of the line pellet from Harrison's. Another really good pellet. This one's recommended by veterinarians quite a bit. This pellet is USDA certified organic, and it's one of the best pellets on the market at the time. This is the Zupreme pelletized diet. This Zupreme makes a bunch of different kinds. Some people are concerned about the fruit blend colors just because there's colors in it. They also have a product that is they're called their natural line. It's the same nutrition, it just doesn't have the color in it. But again, a very, very, very solid pelletized diet. Yeah.
Kaz will be here. You didn't find it cheap last time. I always. That's pretty good.
Yeah, yeah.
Meika's Birdhouse in Sherwood Park. It's 9718 Orange Road. You can also get a hold of us at 780-416-4435 or on our website, www.meikasbirdhouse.com.
Hi, I'm Janine, and this is Ian, and we're the owners of Meika's Birdhouse.
They've always known that things would be, they've always been kind of serious, right? Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. They may or may not be having. You know, so-
Oh, you're still working? Don't worry about it. Don't worry. No, I just talked to everybody. Okay.
What we're going to do is we're just going to tell you a little bit about Meika's Safehouse. So with parrots are probably one of the largest groups of animals that are rehomed in for pets, right?
Like, yeah, the pet trade.
In the pet industry.
Yeah.
People don't realize how old they get. People don't understand the emotional needs that some of these animals have.
They don't realize that they bite.
They don't realize that they bite, or they get their feelings hurt because they get bitten. And it's usually just a communication misunderstanding. But anyways, so what Safehouse is a place where people will relinquish their animals for whatever reason. Everything from they don't have time for the animal, they're moving and can't keep the animal. Owners passed away.
Yeah.
And all these reasons.
Yeah.
And these birds have come to us. We also work with the Edmonton Humane Society and Animal Care and Control. If they have birds that aren't claimed, they'll transfer them over to us. And so what we do here is basically we have the birds, we make sure that they're physically healthy, mentally healthy, and from that point on, then we can look at finding the birds homes, and matching birds with people's expectations. So it's a little like a matchmaking service, right? So there's a lot of birds here that'll be very good for, say, Janine, but would not be a bird that matches maybe my lifestyle or somebody else's lifestyle. So it's very important that we take the time to go through the whole process with every animal.
Yeah, so another thing that you need to know is you can't just come in here and say, I want that bird, and then take it home that day. There is a process, there is an application form. The birds do get vet checked and microchipped, and we do a house visit, but right now because of COVID, we can't physically go to people's houses, so we're doing Zoom meetings at this point until things change. So we try our best to make sure that we are setting up families for a successful adoption. With all of our adoptions, we also give 3 months. So birds, they tend to get, a little upset, disheveled when they're moved around. So a 3-month period gives them a chance to settle in and know the routine, and you get to kind of get to know the bird a little bit before fully committing. So if it doesn't work out, then you bring the bird back with their cage, and we refund the adoption fee. So
Yeah.
we try and make it as easy and
We want it to be a success for both parties. We want the bird to have a successful home, and we want the people to have a successful relationship with their companion animal.
yeah, yeah.
And now with the new Meika's Safehouse channel and companies and organizations getting involved in corporate sponsorship ads, the majority of that money's going to begin to flow into Meika's Safehouse. What's the plans? Like, you know, as new funding comes in, of course, taking care of what you're doing. So
Yeah.
maybe to talk a little bit about what you know, where your costs are with your food and stuff, and then what your vision is.
Yeah. The major costs that we run into are usually medical bills, right? So a lot of these birds require vet visits and multiple vet visits to get them healthy. Lou's a prime example. He's going to be I'm just going to take a guess at this, but I'm thinking he's going to be with us at least a year to get his metabolism kicking again.
Yeah, I don't know if he could see well on the camera, but he had some kind of a dietary issue at some point in his life here, and his feather quality is really, really bad. He also had like a severe vitamin A deficiency. So when we took him to the vet, we got a prescription for vitamin A, and he had a little bit of liver issues. So he's been on milk thistle for about, I don't know, 3 months now.
2 months anyways, yeah.
2 months, whatever, either way. But yeah, so like just to get his body built up again.
So that's one of the major costs that we run into is with the medical costs. We also run into situations where, especially if birds are transferred over from the Humane Society or Animal Care and Control, they don't have a home. So we need to purchase cages for these birds, and so that's another.
Cages like that.
Cages like that. That's $800.
Yeah. Each. Yeah.
Just for the cage.
Yeah.
And the food is another ongoing cost. It's a pretty steady cost.
Yeah, because it's not only just bird seed. You know, you have to feed them fresh fruits and vegetables and pellets and seeds and nuts and dried fruit. So there's all kinds of different supplements and stuff. Like his milk thistle supplement costs $40. So that will last about 3 weeks.
Yeah.
So there is medical expenses. So yeah, with money that we receive in Safehouse, we are looking towards getting a bigger facility. We are looking to expand how many birds we can take in, and maybe hire a full-time employee to come and work with the birds and clean up and stuff like that.
Yeah,
So.
and larger enclosures so for these guys while they're here, because as much as I I like the enclosures they're in, I would really like them to be in something bigger, because we don't know how long they're going to be with us, right? And so if we can give them and especially some of the birds that have kind of a traumatic kind of a reaction to being in confined, if we could give them a nicer, larger habitat to live in, we could maybe see some different behaviors, and we could maybe work with to get them ready to go into somebody's home.
And how big of the demand is it? Because you guys take in wild birds. There's also the parrots and other house birds.
Yeah.
How many birds do you turn away?
I turn away on average. I'm going to say I turn away probably about 10 birds a week. You know, it's
a tough gig, because we hate doing it. We hate having to turn away a bird in need, and we try really hard to work with the people that are surrendering. You know, like, okay, give us a week, give us give us a couple days, and sometimes they can't. So
yeah, I almost always say no if they have to do it right now, because if it's got to be right now, then
it's tough for us.
Not only is it tough for us, but a lot of time that's kind of an emotional response. So maybe they've gotten bit and they're mad, and they just need the bird out of their face. If you give them a chance to calm down, give me a call tomorrow if you're still feeling this way. We'll figure out a schedule so we can bring the bird in. We always have to leave space available for birds that are emergency things.
Because we do get calls for hoarding situations where we have taken in 80 and 30 and 50 birds at a time. So there are those situations as well.
Yeah, and we always have to have a space available for that. So we have to be very careful not to overload ourselves and then to get to the point where we're not helpful for, you know, the real emergencies.
So every single business that participates, their funds go, you know, do a lot of help.
Oh,
Yeah. Well, and
huge
so,
help.
so far this year, we've taken in over 200 parrots.
Yeah.
So, it does help.
It helps
A
a lot, and then
That's a lot of birds.
when there's, you know, especially the extreme situations where we've had, you know, people have passed away and the birds have been with, you know, with the dead body or whatever, you know, for days before anything's been, you know,
Mhm.
you know, those
That
birds.
happened recently. We had a cockatoo like that.
That's a recent one. So this is, you know, this is something that's real. You know, these guys live a long time. There's it's just one of those things, and you have to be prepared for you know, scary, kind of really fast things that can happen just like that, right?
So this is good for businesses because they're helping, you know, something that's just amazing, but also for them, you know, they're getting ads on the Meika Safehouse channel.
Absolutely.
And also banners. So, you know, that goes a long way to encouraging you, but also encouraging them.
Oh, absolutely, yeah, no, it'd be great.
Yeah, we appreciate any and all the help.
Yeah, any help we can get, we
Yeah.
definitely appreciate. You know, we can look at partnering up on other options too. If there's things that people want, maybe they want to have their a pamphlet of an information package, you know, displayed here at Safehouse where people can just take something and take it with them when they're looking at the birds. So yeah, for sure.
Now we also have links to direct donation. Like say if a company doesn't want to do, you know, the full amount, they can donate directly to Meika Safehouse. We'll talk a little bit about that.
For sure. So there's different ways to donate. There is on our website, and there's links to our website. And it basically takes us to the GoFundMe page, I believe.
That's right.
And yeah, people can just go in there and you know, $5, $10, whatever they want to do.
Every little bit helps.
Yeah, can go straight onto the GoFundMe.
Yeah.
So
Birds require a lot of enrichment as well, so they use up toys like crazy, and especially the bigger birds like the macaws and the Amazons and the grays, they can chew up a $40 toy in 10 minutes. So
And they do.
and so to keep them entertained, it's very costly, right, Lou? Yes, it's very costly.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And anything else that you'd like to say? Because this is people who are looking at your information. They're considering it now. They're watching this video.
Yeah, well, I mean, we just want to thank anybody who
even considers,
who
you
even
know,
considers.
even if you share,
Yeah,
you know.
share our links, share you know, the information.
Yeah, we're
Drive
helpful.
as many people to the channel as you can, so we can get the word out, and the more help we can get, the better we can do for these birds.
Mhm. Yeah.